It's near the end of March now, and as you can see, the welfare hall is very near to completion. We've been and done the external works here. This is ready to just have a bit of gardening done, a bit of turf laid, the last finishes on some of the handrails, and inside the building we're in the final stages of decorating, cleaning and snagging, so any of those minor details that just need fixing or checking that everything's working exactly as it should. We're really very pleased with the finish of the building, and when you compare it with the photos that we've got from Leholme, it looks exactly like the original building, and the community members from Leholme have been and said how close it is as a replica, and that's really encouraging to hear. As we get close to completion, it's been very encouraging to see people who used the original building in Leholme saying that this really does look like an accurate replica. And there are some things that are different, so the colours here, we've gone back to the original colours from when the building was built, as close as possible that we can find every detail of which piece of the wall was white or red. And that was repainted quite soon after the building was finished, so it doesn't look like this anymore, but this is how the building originally was. And there are some minor changes that we've made to the building to make it more usable for us. So we've included showers, we've included a very modern facility for people to use who have disabilities to be able to use a toilet as easily as possible. And they're things that perhaps aren't part of the normal day-to-day offer in the visitor centre, but are important back-of-house facilities for us to have access to. This really is going to be a working community centre, so although the exciting part in lots of ways is seeing the building go up, the details all coming together, really the important bit is seeing people come in and use this space and start to benefit from it in the way that people benefited from community centres across the region in the 50s. And seeing that sort of activity taking place in here, to me particularly, will really make this building come to life. The site around the community centre is temporary, so the fence here is just while we have the community centre open, but the rest of the building site is still being finished. You can just about see what will be the pit heap peeking over the top of the fence. We'll have allotments here, and these allotments will run very similarly to the community centre. We'll be making them available for people to come in and run and use like allotments are used across the region. And then on this side of the community centre we'll have the bowling green, which will make a really nice feature at the front of the building. And then a park and recreation ground to the south. So at the moment it's quite closed in, and that's deliberately because we're keeping this building open while the rest of the works are taking place. But in the fullness of time, it'll sit within a really dynamic, very green landscape. This is the site of our new bus depot. The bus depot will be a working building to house the buses that we're adding to the fleet. Having more visitors has meant that we've needed to increase the amount of transport we have around site, and that means we need more space to store them. The bus depot is designed after a sort of 30s bus depot style. We're at the very early stages here, so the next steps will be putting stone in, compacting it to similar vibro pile that we use down at the coaching in site, and then building in our foundations. And then in the coming weeks we'll see the steelwork starting to go in here. We're expecting this to be a fairly quick build. It's a nice, reasonably straightforward building, so hopefully you'll all see some rapid progress.